Greetings everybody. Today we are doing our lesson 1.6, Count and Write to 5. Let's start by writing your name up top, please. And our essential question for today is, how can you count and write up to 5 with words and numbers? We're going to use letters to make our words and our numbers. So let's start by counting the red cubes. Put your finger on the first one with me and count along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure when you're counting you put a finger on each cube as you go, because if you skip cubes or you keep it there too long as you count, watch what might happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You might not come out with the right one, so you want to pick it up and point to each one as we say a number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And remember, you'll need both a pencil and a crayon, because when our dotted lines are there, we can trace with a crayon, but when they're not there, on later pages, we want to write with a pencil. So with our 5, start at that blue dot, and remember our 5 rhyme is short neck, belly fat, Mr. 5 wears a hat. Short neck, so we do our short little line down for the short neck, and then the belly fat, Mr. 5 wears a hat. Good, go ahead and trace all of those. Short neck, belly fat, Mr. 5 wears a hat. Short neck, belly fat, Mr. 5 wears a hat. Once you get all of your 5s traced, we're going to trace the letters that make the word 5. When we put our letters together, it makes a word. We have a lowercase f, I, v, e. That spells 5. So trace your letters. And now we're going to count how many apples we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and trace your 5s. When you're done tracing your 5s down there, flip to the next page. You can pause me and unpause me when you're ready for the next page. Number 1 in the red apple up here says, count and tell how many apples. Trace the numbers. So let's count these apples together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It says 5 right down there with our letters. That makes our word. And then we have the number 5s up here. Let's trace our 5s again. We get lots of practice tracing our 5s, so when we have to write it on our own, our hand remembers how to do it. Short neck, belly fat, Mr. 5 wears a hat. Short neck, belly fat, Mr. 5 wears a hat. Short neck, belly fat, Mr. 5 wears a hat. For number 2, circle all the sets of 5 apples. So what you're going to do here is look at the tree, and each group is a set of apples, and you have to circle the groups that have 5 in them. I'll show you one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This group of apples is a set of 5, so we're going to circle it. 1, 2, 3, 4. This group of apples does not have 5 in it, so we are not going to circle this set of apples. Count each group of apples and circle the ones that are a group of 5. You can pause me if you need more time for that. When you're done with that page, find page 45. It starts with the number 3 in the green leaf. For everyone on this page, number 3, 4, 5, and 6, we're going to count and tell how many apples, and then write it on the line. We've practiced all of these numbers so far, so it wants us to write it on our own. I'm going to switch to my pencil now. I'd like you to switch to your pencil as well. Your hand needs to learn how to write with a crayon and how to write with a pencil. Sometimes writing with a pencil is hard if you haven't done it very often. Your finger needs to get used to holding it the right way to make the shapes. So that's why we practice with both thicker things like markers and crayons and skinnier like pencils. Parents at home, if your student needs help with writing with a pencil, let me know and we can get some grippers if it's a difficulty for them holding it down close to the point. All right, let's get back to math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to count these again. Count with me. Put your finger up on this apple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 in this set, so we're going to write 5 on the line. Remember, we start with our short neck, which is a line down, and a belly fat. Mr. 5 wears a hat. I hope you can see this, but I am going to, for the sake of our video, switch to our marker now. I'd like you to stay working with your pencil, but it's very hard to see through the camera. Short neck, belly fat, Mr. 5 wears a hat. Now let's count this group. Put your finger up on the first apple. 1, 2, 3, 4. And remember, our 4 rhyme is down and over, down some more. That's the way to make a 4. Now this group, 1, 2, 3, and our 3 is around the tree, around the tree. That's the way to make a 3. And now this group, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Short neck, belly fat, Mr. 5 wears a hat. Nice work. When you're done, flip it to this page. You're going to show what you know about the number 5 and then write it on the line. So you're going to have to draw something to show me the number 5. You can draw 5 hearts, or 5 counters, or 5 dots. That's fine, as long as you write your 5 down on the line. Short neck, belly fat, Mr. 5 wears a hat. If you'd like to take more time to draw your 5 things, you can pause me. Otherwise, I'm going to move on to show you this page. For page 47, the practice and homework, work through these problems. All you have to do is count the objects and write the number on the line. And then on the back page, count and tell how many animals. So count the animals and write the number on the line. You're going to trace the number and tell how many counters you're going to put in this 5 frame to match. I'm not even going to say the name of the number because we're going to start having you identify, you know it just by looking at it. What number is this and how many counters would you have to put in the 5 frame to match? And then number 3, count and tell how many cubes. So count how many cubes there are and write the number on the line. Families, this is the page to submit on Seesaw for me today. Remember, just that last page with the lesson check and the review. Thank you.